Ladies, can you hear me?
We sure can. Can you hear us?
Now, chat, I want you to vote. Do you want to see the wonderful ladies from Spoop Hour?
Please don't say no. It's really going to hurt my feelings.
Or do you want to watch the You on Kazoo video again?
Bye-bye.
We're not going to... Okay. Yeah, Chris Yaney says Spoop Hour, so you guys win. That You on Kazoo video is coming back, though, guys. We're bringing it back. You're playing it again.
You're just playing it nonstop for the next 6 hours.
Literally nonstop for the next 6 hours.
And replay for another half hour. Woo! The fundraiser actually goes down.
Ladies,
Oh, no.
welcome to the live stream for The Cure. We are absolutely thrilled to have you here. Please tell us what Spoop Hour is all about.
Well, we are Spoop Hour.
We are Spoop Hour.
We're a paranormal comedy podcast. This is Courtney. This is Sasha.
Thank you for saying what my name is, because I always get that wrong.
Yes, sometimes Sasha introduces herself as me. It's a weird thing that happens. This is also Courtney. So basically, every week we take a look at something spooky. We are lifelong Halloweenies and very long-time friends. So everything scares us, but we love talking about it. So we talk about ghosts and cryptids and anything that goes bump in the night.
And also terrifying news stories.
There has been a lot of terrifying news. Like, our text thread to each other is just like, oh my God, and then this happened. It's bananas right now. So
it's
that's
great.
fine.
Oh my God. You're getting all sorts of love over in the chat. OP Sat, yay, Spoop Hour. Drew Hallam loves you guys.
Drew from Real Fields Pod.
Who does not love Drew from Real Fields? Drew also...
If it's not that Drew, then it's going to be real uncomfortable that I just name dropped a different Drew.
Yeah. See, Drew is a giant whore, because I'm pretty sure everybody that we've had on the air knows who he is. Like, Drew.
We were special.
He's just popular.
He's so popular.
But we love Drew, and we're so glad we've been poisoning his liver all weekend.
No.
So,
Jesus.
thank you so much for joining us on the live stream for The Cure. Now, you guys have some stuff prepared.
We sure do.
I'll be here if you need me. So you guys I'll let you guys do your thing.
All right.
Great.
Thank you.
And I promise we won't put up the You on Kazoo video over these lovely ladies. I promise.
You're welcome to try, but I can guarantee you that the game we're about to play is going to be extra horrifying when set to kazoo.
Oh, God.
So.
Uh-oh. I don't know what the game is.
No, I'm
It's
scared.
gonna be great.
Surprise! Oh, also, hey, Sasha.
Hey, Courtney.
What do ghosts like to eat in the summertime as like a fun treat?
I have no idea. What?
Ice cream. It's Spoop Hour. So we're doing a very special episode today. This is our live stream.
We broke it.
We broke it. I'm so sorry. And thus ended live stream for the Cure with one terrible joke from Hide and Shriek, riddles about ghosts and goblins.
What would have been great is if they would have been like, if they would have told the joke and been like, goodbye, everyone, and immediately hung up the call.
Okay.
Dropped that microphone and got out of
Ow.
it.
Ninja dust.
Yes, we talked about doing that, but then I worked hard on.
She worked really hard on a game. She kicked me out of the house yesterday.
That is a cute. Show us. Was that a book or was that your phone? Show that to us.
This is a book.
A book.
This is
called
a book.
Hide and Shriek.
That
My
is so
mom
cute.
got me this book for Christmas.
It's very small.
I think it's intended for like 6-year-olds.
It was $3.95 US.
I don't think that's the real price of it anymore. I'm pretty sure my mom did not pay that
You'll
much.
chuckle, you'll laugh, you'll giggle and groan over these riddles and puns, so don't read them alone.
See, we have a moment of levity, but we're about to play a game. Are y'all ready for this game that I kicked Sasha out of the house over?
Chat, are you ready? Chat's ready.
All right.
Okay.
This game is called Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction.
Our favorite show.
Our favorite
that
show
gives
from
me
the
nightmares.
90s. So, if you've never watched Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction, it's not actually a ghost pun, Beyond Belief, but basically they read you a series of stories with like live acting, whatever, and then at the end of the episode they tell you if that's a true story or a fake story. But unlike Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction, all the stories I'm about to read you have multiple sources if they are true. So, you're going to tell me, I'm going to read you a story, and then you're going to tell me, is it an urban legend? Or is it a really upsetting thing that actually happened?
Is this why the other day when our mysterious third roommate asked you a question?
Yes.
Yep. Nope.
Because I asked her, I was like, do you know any urban legends that are true while you were gone?
Yeah.
And then when you came home, she's like, oh, you should do that for you. And I'm like,
Sasha's here.
she doesn't know. All right,
Okay.
you ready?
I'm ready. I've been waiting for this.
Hold on tight.
I'm so
It's an
excited.
upsetting game.
Okay.
A young woman and gentleman attended a haunted house where they were approached by an employee of the house. The haunted house employee gave the young woman a fake knife and told her to stab her friend, which she did. Only it was a real knife, and the employee disappeared after the stabbing. Fact or fiction?
What? Here, stab your friend. Okay.
Well, because it's a haunted house, and it's like, it's like spooky, like, oh, you should stab your friend.
I would still be like, no.
Well,
but
did this really happen? Would this have really happened to you? Or is this a fiction thing?
I feel like this could have happened.
You gonna say fact?
Because I'm scared. Fact.
Fact!
Ah!
This happened in October 2018 at the aptly named Nashville Nightmare Haunted House.
Like
6 months ago. Yeah.
Chris Yaney made a good point over in the chat. He just said dun dun dun.
Yeah.
I wish I had that sound drop on the board for after she finishes each story.
You're gonna want a lot of that because it's gonna get worse.
Oh, we're finding it. That's it.
All right.
Oh God.
You ready for the next one?
Okay, I'm ready for the next one.
All right. Last February, at a nature reserve in South Africa, a suspected big cat poacher got what was coming to him. After killing several baboons and spreading the bodies around to lure the lions to him, he waited for his prey to show up. That's amazing.
That's amazing. I love it.
But this plan backfired when instead the lions attacked and killed the man. Fact or fiction?
I want this to be fact. Fuck that guy.
we saying fact?
Fact.
It's fiction.
Oh no!
This is a spiced up urban legend version of an actual death of what was maybe a poacher at a big game reserve, but it's like not confirmed. It's like they found a dead body at the big game reserve and they're like, well, why was he there? Maybe he was poached. We don't know. But there were no baboon bodies.
And it reminds me of that story from recently though, where like an elephant sat on a guy.
Yeah,
and
that
I was like,
hunting him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's like that, but
Okay.
it's not. All right, you ready for the next
I'm
one?
ready for the next one.
While trying on clothing, a woman posed with her hands in her pockets in front of the mirror. She felt something sharp in the pocket prick her, but figured it was a stray pin or maybe an open safety pin. Later, she started feeling dizzy and sick, so out of an abundance of caution, she went to the Minute Clinic, where they told her that she had clearly been bitten by a snake. When she returned to the store, sure enough, the coat she had tried on had a small snake coiled in the pocket.
Ooh.
Fact or fiction?
Ah. I just got like the heebie-jeebies from that.
Then you better hope it's fiction.
When you said that she felt like a sharp whatever, I was like, did the butt stabber hide in her pocket?
For those of you who don't know, the area we live in, Northern Virginia, a few years ago, there was a guy going around malls stabbing people in the butt. And we called him the butt stabber because we're very
He would
here.
straight up walk into Forever 21 and stab people.
In the butt.
butt.
Exclusively in the butt.
He was the butt stabber.
He was the butt stabber.
That's not an urban legend.
This is a real thing that happened.
Go look up Northern Virginia butt stabber.
It was a weird time.
I feel like this could be true.
You're going to say fact?
I'm going to say fact.
It's fiction.
No.
This is an urban legend dating back to the 1960s. And fun fact, most of the time it's a Burlington coat factory that the legend takes place in.
Oh.
Don't know why, but it's the Burlington.
Probably because
Here we go. I'm ready.
Where else are you going to try on all of these coats?
But the Burlington Coat Factory. So the show that I needed you to be out of the house so I could watch it again is called Urban Legends. It's on Amazon. It's very 90s and ridiculous.
Is it available for streaming or was it something that you
bought? It's available for streaming.
Okay.
But they have a Burlington Coat Factory representative on hand to debunk this urban legend. And she's like, our coats are kept in a climate controlled environment and hand inspected to make sure there are no unexpected guests so that anyone visiting our stores. And it's like, okay, Burlington Coat Factory, can we not?
This is fine.
That's just what someone who would have a snake in their coats would want you to think.
Right?
Right.
That's what I'd say too if I was going around keeping snakes in coats.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. At a fun house in Long Beach, the standard spoopy fare sat for years, including what was thought to be a mummy dummy. But when someone inside the fun house accidentally knocked into the dummy and its arm fell off, it was revealed that it was an actual human corpse belonging to an old-timey robber killed in a shootout decades earlier. Fact or fiction?
That sound effect goes on forever. What is going on?
I
It
love
just
it, though.
keeps going.
This
Oops, I bumped into it and its arm fell off. Let me just try to reattach it. Oh God,
there's a bone in this.
I'm just gonna say fact for everything and hope I it's like
You'll be right half the time.
Wall. Yeah. Fact.
It is a fact.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
This is the story.
Horrifying.
Yes, this is the story of Elmer McCurdy, whose corpse found its way to the New Pike Amusement Park Funhouse. Laugh in the dark, and that's laugh with 2 F's, so you know it's nuts. Fun fact: the arm came off during filming for The $6 Million Man.
Good.
I didn't include that part because I was like, that sounds too fake. But it's real.
But it's so real.
All right, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready for the next one.
A man came home to find that his home had been robbed. The worst part of it was that seemingly the only thing missing was a nondescript white cardboard box. A box that contained the cremated remains of the man's sister. The man made an appeal on the local news begging for the return of the remains. The next day, the box returned, but some of the ashes were gone. Included was a note. We thought it was blow. Sorry we snorted your sister. No hard feelings. Have a nice day. Fact or fiction?
We snorted your sister.
Sorry. We thought
Sorry.
it was blow. You know how you find a box and you're like, I don't know what the fuck's in here. I'm just going to snort it and see what happens.
Can you reread the note part like in the same exact inflection again?
We thought it was blow. Sorry we snorted your sister. No hard feelings.
Like so
Have a
casual.
nice day.
It's so
No hard
casual.
feelings.
No hard feelings. Our bad. Sorry. Why are you
What are you doing with
making-
anthrax?
Who
I mean,
keeps anthrax in a box in the
write
house?
note.
No, they'd be dead.
They'd be dead.
That's what would happen if it was anthrax.
Oh, we're doing all this coke. We don't feel high, and we're watching the news, and oh God, someone's sister just went missing.
Yeah, Gerald from 2Ps on a podcast actually said this may have been him. He snorts whatever's available.
Okay.
You gonna say fact based on
Fact,
Gerald's?
yes.
It's fiction.
Oh,
Gerald's
damn it.
lying to you.
I wish
Oh,
was
damn it,
real.
Gerald.
This is an urban legend that was most popular in the early 90s. Variations popped up in the US and the UK, and in the UK, usually it's a dog's cremated remains that are
Okay.
snorted at the scene. So the person comes home and finds like lions. Of
Lions.
it. We have fun here.
I've never seen anyone's cremated remains, but I imagine they don't look that much like coke.
To be fair, I've also never seen Coke. So
I've also never seen coke.
So who's to
Who's
say?
to say? I've only seen like movie coke, where they're like,
Which I don't think it doesn't look like movie cremains.
okay, movie cremains.
Eh.
Okay, let's do the
Okay.
next one.
After the death of their mother, 2 girls held a seance to try to speak to her one
True.
last time. The end. Nothing bad happened. Afterwards, furniture in their house would move, things would go missing, and the girls would hear strange sounds in the walls, culminating in several messages written in blood on the walls. I'm in your room, come and find me. And later, I'm back, find me if you can. The girls were especially terrified when they found a horrible sight, a figure wearing their mother's clothes and makeup and holding a hatchet. Fact or fiction?
What the fuck? I want this to be fake.
You saying fiction?
I'm saying, I don't. Okay, I want to say fact. Just like,
It is fact. It's my least favorite story of all times because that motherfucker was living in their fucking walls. And anyone who's listened to our podcast knows I have a crippling fear of our attic because I'm afraid someone's living in it. It's the story of the Andrews family haunting. The culprit was Daniel LaPlante, who was stalking the older daughter and had taken up residence in their walls. And then in 1987, he would murder a different family. And I hate this story so much. So much. And now you can hate it too.
Oh,
I killed Sasha. I'm so sorry.
My.
the house that we bought has an attic.
Well, that's bad news for you.
what you gotta do is go hire somebody to fill every like empty crevice and wall space and crawl space with cement.
Yeah. And he had like drilled holes in different parts of like tiny holes so he could watch them no matter what room they were in.
Did you hear about the story before you made the game, or like
Yes.
while you were? Okay, so is this why like we're so scared of the attic here?
It
Or-
certainly didn't help.
Okay.
I heard this story for the first time shortly after we moved in here.
Oh, God.
And I was like, this is not what I needed to hear when we have an attic that opens up into my room.
Yep.
Because
There's 2 entryways
that.
into that.
and like he
attic.
was wearing their dead mom's clothes.
and carrying a
It's
hatchet.
a real fucked up story. If you like fucked up stories, it's a great one to read.
I hate this.
Yay!
Okay, anyway, let's move on.
Let's stop thinking about that terrible story.
Terrible story.
Before there was the Tide Pod Challenge, kids were participating in another questionable eating trend. live goldfish swallowing. College students got so into the goldfish challenge that rivalry sprung up between major universities, with each student body trying to swallow more goldfish than their enemy. Fact or fiction?
Why would you do that? I mean, I've been going with fact for everything, so let's just go with fact.
Fact!
Ah!
This is something kids did in the late 1930s. Explanations for
Okay.
where it started vary. It might have been a kid running for class president at Harvard in 1939 who was like, vote for me, I'll swallow a live goldfish. Or it might have been a bartender who specialized in like close-up sleight of hand. And he would swap the fish for a cleverly cut piece of carrot that he would then move between his lips like it was a tail. And then dumb, drunk college kids saw him do that and were like, I bet I could eat a goldfish. And then it like became a thing.
So the bartender was like, I'm just eating a carrot.
I'm
and
just
the
eating a
kids
carrot.
are like,
Y'all are fucked up. Goldfish!
oh, is that why goldfish crackers were invented?
Yes, they're the snack that smiles back.
Goldfish.
Please don't sue me, Pepperidge Farm.
Please sponsor us.
Sponsor us. It's better than eating a live goldfish.
Pepperidge Farm, give us money.
We're curing
Product
cancer.
Placement. Starbucks.
Starbucks should also always
sponsor us.
We give them all of our money. Anyway, when an earthquake struck San Francisco during a baseball game, the stadium was evacuated as a precaution. When one man returned to where he had parked, he was livid to find that his brand new car had been stolen from the stadium. Damn the luck. But after a week, the police show up on his doorstep, saying that they found his car. But the bad news is, the car is totaled, and it was the site of a gruesome death. Turns out the thief stole the car, which was then totaled with him inside it when the earthquake hit. Fact or fiction?
Let's go with fact.
Fiction!
Yep, sounded too good to be true.
This is an urban legend from the 80s, and there isn't a record of it actually happening.
Gotcha. Someone stole my parents' minivan from their driveway when we were in college.
Yeah.
And when the DC police found it, the back seats were all gone, and it was very muddy on the inside, and we were like, fuck.
Was there also a weird box full of an undescribed substance that you then
it was
stored in?
just very dirty, and all of our back seats were gone.
Can't argue with
And the
that
DC police were like,
I don't know. Enjoy.
when did your car go missing? And my mom opened the window to look at, like, it wasn't from out of our driveway, it was like parallel parked on the street, and she was like, oh, it's because they stopped using the minivan. It was just parked outside, and it could have been a murder, could have been just yard work. We don't know.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? We just don't know.
You ready for the next one?
I am.
The police are summoned to the site of a burglary. Inside, they find nothing stolen, but the man of the house has been shot and killed. His wife is found tied up and locked in a closet. She immediately falls under suspicion when she isn't really that upset about her husband's death, but the cops can't figure out how did she lock herself in this closet. Little did they know, the woman had moved her lover into the attic years prior, and he killed her husband, locked her in the closet, and returned to the attic. Fact or fiction?
Fuck the attic.
See, this is why I hate attics.
Yeah, this is why you hate addicts. The fact, I guess, because I keep guessing fact.
Fact.
Ah!
This is the story of Dolly Osterich and her lover, Otto Sandhuber. He was 17 when they started their affair, and Otto full-on moved into the attic because, I don't know, he had low self-esteem. Yeah, like, what else are you gonna do? He would be an attic dweller for so long that he couldn't stand up straight. And, like, the Osterichs moved. Like, they moved across country, and Dolly was like, I'll do this, but I want our new house to have an attic. And then she sent Otto over first so he could get settled in the attic.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Leave your husband.
No. Why? It was working so great. Lover was in the attic.
That's very, like, is it Jane Eyre?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah, that's some Mr. Rochester bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the next one? It doesn't involve an attic.
Yes, please.
A giant earthquake struck Ashley, Kansas.
Oh, another earthquake.
In the middle of the night in August 1952. When rescue workers arrived to help the nearly 700 residents of Ashley recover, they were shocked to find, not a small town in Kansas, but a fissure in the earth. The town and its residents had seemingly vanished overnight. Fact or fiction?
say fiction because what earthquakes in Kansas before fracking? But you're wiggling your eyebrows like it's fact. Fact?
What are you going to say? You said both.
Fact.
Fiction!
Okay.
Trust your instincts.
Let it be known that my first guess was fiction.
Don't trust the wiggling eyebrows. There has never been a record of a town called Ashley, and the story likely originated on a creepypasta wiki in March 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, again,
A whole
no
town.
fracking. A whole town.
Come on, guys.
Come on.
Come on, guys. You ready?
Yes.
This one I picked just for you.
Oh, good.
Always check the toilet before you sit down. One woman regretted not heeding this advice. She went to the restroom, sat on the toilet, and a rat that had come up from the sewer bit her ass. Fact or fiction?
Is this for me because I peed myself at Niagara Falls because I didn't check the toilet?
No, it was just for you because you like toilets.
I do like toilets.
But now everyone knows that you peed yourself at night.
Well, okay, to be fair, I was
To be
6 years old.
fair.
To be fair, I was 6 years old, and for some reason, the public toilet had a lid on it, and I really needed to pee, and I just immediately sat down on the closed lid. But I was only 6.
You were only 6. This is a grown woman.
This is a grown woman. Yeah, I could say toilet rat. They can fly. They can swim. What I learned from the bonus features on Ratatouille was that that rats can swim up sewers and like toilet things. Let's say fact.
Fact.
Yep.
This happened to a woman in Petersburg, Virginia in 1999.
Oh, it's Virginia.
Sewer rats were enough of a common issue in Seattle that officials gave advice on what to do if you found one in your toilet. If you're wondering, it's close the lid and flush the toilet.
Just put it back where
Put it back where it came from.
Or so help me.
Or so.
Okay.
An angry man called tech support and, when his issue was not resolved by the phone call, insisted that the woman at the other end give him her full name so that he can lodge a complaint. The woman hangs up on him instead. The next day, the woman receives an anonymous bouquet of flowers at work. She's pleasantly surprised and walks the flowers out to her car at the end of the day. And that's when the angry man struck, shooting the woman with the bouquet that he sent to her to identify her as his mark. Fact or fiction?
God, what? I'm just going to say fact because I've been saying fact, but holy shit, I hope that's not real.
Fiction!
Okay, good.
It's an urban legend that originated in 1999 with the rise of telemarketing, tech support, and other phone-in services.
Okay. Be
Be nice to your customer service representatives. Yes. Don't shoot them, you assholes.
Hi, Zelda.
Cat's wandering around. Don't like Chuck E. Cheese? Good instincts. In 2015, skeletal remains were found in the basement of a Chuck E. Cheese, matching 4 teenagers who had been missing since 2013. The basement itself was full of debris, mold, animal feces, and even satanic markings, and is believed to be where the franchise owner committed the murders.
You would be surprised to know, probably, that this is not the first time Chuck E. Cheese has come up during the live stream for The Cure this year.
If someone else told this story already, I'm going to be so mad.
No, it wasn't this story. We were just talking about, like, video games and, you know, if parents just don't want to babysit their kids for a couple hours, they take them to Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese. I've been saying fact. Let's say fact.
Fiction.
Good.
It may be back from 2000 or as recent as 2013, and they say it happened in Chicago, but it didn't.
Okay, good.
A woman called 911 in the 1980s to insist that she was being attacked in her apartment. When police finally arrived, they broke down the door to find the woman dead of gunshot wounds. Upon investigation, they realized that all the doors and windows hadn't been tampered with. The intruders had come in through the medicine cabinet.
The fuck?
Fact or fiction?
Can we just talk for a moment about how desperate this cat is for attention? Like, pay attention to me!
Who gets so jealous?
She gets jealous when we're talking.
She's my beautiful baby. This is Zelda, everyone.
Zelda.
Oh, I also forgot. There we go.
Okay, let's say fiction, because I don't understand this.
Fact.
Oh, frick.
It happened in 1987. The medicine cabinet was on an adjoining wall to the neighboring apartment, so burglars had been using this design in the apartment complex to go from one apartment to the other, because basically you just, like, knock out this little retaining wall.
That's bad design.
Yeah, because a bunch of people got fucking murdered.
But, like, the one time I say fiction and it was real.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. All right. A woman went to bed one night wearing snakeskin printed PJs, an oh-so-stylish choice. But in the night, her husband woke up. In the dark, he saw what he believed to be a snake sliding out from the covers. In a panic, he grabbed a fireplace poker and hit the snake with it. only to discover it wasn't a snake at all, but his wife's now broken foot in her pajamas. Fact or fiction?
You didn't see what your wife was wearing before she went to bed?
Maybe he's just dumb.
But also, I could see someone being that dumb. Fact.
Fiction.
Damn it.
It's a chain email from a couple months ago.
I just feel like someone could be that dumb at some
Someone
point.
could be, but this particular instance
was not real.
did not happen.
Okay.
Cropsy the Boogeyman lived in the woods of Staten Island in the 70s. He's your classic tale. Former resident of a local insane asylum, now he roams the woods looking for children to steal.
Bunnyman's cousin.
Bunnyman's cousin.
Okay.
Once Cropsy finds a child, he drags them back to his lair in the tunnels around the asylum. And he maybe disembowels them or just warns them about, like, not eating their vegetables or something. Who knows? Fact or fiction?
Fiction?
Fact.
God!
This is the story of Andre Rand, a former employee at a defunct mental institution. He lived on the grounds outside the institution and would ultimately be arrested and charged with 2 counts of kidnapping and 1 count of murder. He's eligible for parole in 2037. Because he's
Okay.
still alive.
Okay. Okay.
We got 2 more.
Yes.
Hang in there.
Yep.
Be careful when you camp in central Maine. Campers for years would report items missing, including batteries, food, and flashlights. The Maine hermit sprung up as an explanation. I can't read anymore. This is a man who would watch woodsgoers, wait for his moment to strike, then steal what he needed. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Fact.
Yes!
Christopher Knight did this for 27 years.
I think I read an article about this guy.
Nice.
That's why.
In 2013, he was caught by a game warden and admitted that he had been committing robberies in the area around North Pond at a rate of about 40 per year.
Yep. Yeah, he was a weird dude, man.
27 years.
Yep.
To be fair, whom among us would not be a weird dude after 27 years alone in the woods?
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
All right, you ready for this last one? Handpicked just to lift you back up after all the horrible things that I have told you?
Yes.
But will it be fact or will it be fiction? In 2016, a man went all in at the Golden Corral. He reportedly spent 7 hours at the good old GC, eating somewhere between 50 and 70 pounds of food.
Who among us has not?
At the 7-hour mark, management kicked the man out of the all-you-can-eat restaurant, which he is now suing. Fact or fiction?
Homer Simpson? Is this fact?
It's fiction.
No!
This is a tale that originates from at least 2014, but as I put in my notes, it's really that one episode of The Simpsons.
It is that one episode of The Simpsons.
Does this look like a man who had all he could eat?
Tis no man, tis a remorseless eating machine.
And now that you've survived this game, we have cake pops.
We have cake pops from
Everybody,
Starbucks.
go get a cake pop. Fuck cancer.
Oh, I want a
Thanks
cake.
for having-
Dan, go get me a cake pop. Dan is not going to get me a cake pop. Ladies, please tell our audience where they can find Spoop Hour out there on the web, because that was amazing. That was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is really fun.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
So you can find us on basically every podcatcher.
Mm-hmm.
Our home is Podbean, but wherever you find us, that's a great way to listen.
Mm-hmm.
You can find us on Instagram and Twitter, where we're at Spoop Hour.
Yep. And you can also send us your scary stories or questions or ideas for topics. Or if your parents ever did anything to scare you from doing something, so they use like if you don't eat your vegetables, then the vegetable goblin's going to come get you. You can
Tell us.
Email us at spoophour@gmail.com. Spoop is spelled with an extra P, like spooky poop.
And not a K
and
like
not
kangaroo.
a K, like kangaroo.
And that's where you can find us.
Yeah.
Thank you
Or you
so
can send it
much, ladies, for joining us here on the live stream for the Cure. You're wonderful. That was so much fun.
Thank you.
you.
We had a blast. Thanks
We're
for
really
having
glad
And
us.
a
enjoyed
little
it.
creepy. No, I'm afraid of addicts too.
You
Yeah.
should be.
Addicts are creepy.
It's a healthy fear to have.
Oh, but we are going to say goodbye to the wonderful ladies from Spoop Hour. Thank you so much for stopping by. And
Thanks for hanging out with us.
ladies and gentlemen, talk about creepy. Gerald from Two Peas on a Podcast is here.
Hi, Gerald.
Hi, Gerald. Bye, Gerald.
Hello, great segment, guys.